I grew up off of Baltimore club music.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Maryland, so same thing. Like, definitely an era, but
Yeah.
moving to New York, then I learned like, oh, Jersey club is a little different.
Yeah.
Different producers, different just everything ear wise, but you know, Baltimore started it, but we don't gotta have that
Yeah,
conversation right
I
now.
mean,
Just throwing it out there, just making sure that you
like
know.
there's the whole Philly Jersey debate, which we could talk about that all day. But I do remember when I was first hearing club music, Baltimore had like the Elmo remix and the Dora Explorer remix. We was listening to that, so maybe y'all had some groundwork
I'm
down.
telling you, watch out for the big girls.
Watch out for the big girl. I'm gonna go get my gun.
Go get my gun, yo, classic thing, man. I miss Get My Gun. Black Star, he's one of my favorite DJs. But I'm familiar with Frosty's work too.
What's going on, y'all? It's Groovy. My new project, Crying in the Club, is out right now. What's up, Nyla? We need to talk.
What's going on, guys? Nyla Symone here with another episode of We Need to Talk. And today I got a very special guest in the building. Jersey's in here. We got Groovy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to finally meet you.
I know, right? I love what you do, so it's great to be here.
Thank you. Same. Love the fit, too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I be putting it on sometimes.
Love the fit. Love the grill.
Thank you.
Tough. Tough. All right, so talk to me, before we get into the project, talk to me about the name Groovy. Love the name, but like, why did you want to run with that?
When I was a kid, I was a huge Schoolboy Q fan. I was really on the oxymoron wave.
Okay.
He was Groovy Q, and so when I was like, oh, what do I want to make my name? I was like, I want to be Groovy Jew, which is like also my real name nickname. And so when I started making music, I was like, yo, I'm gonna just be Groovy, because I love a one-word name. Like, I'm really into that. And I just stuck. So I've been Groovy for like quite some time now, even like before all the music and stuff.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Love that. Schoolboy Q is a great one too.
Schoolboy Q is the best. When I was like 15, that was like the soundtrack to my high school experience.
That was a good era.
Yeah.
That's collard greens, right?
Yeah, the TDE era, you know, like when it really was blowing up. So now it was a good time.
You know, shout out to TDE, because I feel like they have done it the best. Now that this rap war is over, it's like SZA was dominating all last year. Now it's like Kendrick's dominating.
Kendrick just got a #1 on a diss track. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Shout out to TDE. But okay, so growing up, you were a big Schoolboy fan. When I think of Groovy, I automatically started thinking, okay, he must come from like a soul background. But I know you grew up in Jersey. I feel like it's such a melting pot. You grew up around so many sounds. So just talk to me about like, what were your inspos growing up?
So my dad was actually a DJ, like when I was young. He's been DJing since he was like 18. And so I grew up listening to a lot of like house music, a lot of cookout music, a lot of like Michael Jackson and Prince. Like, I definitely grew up with like some groovy type music, a lot of just dance. So it kind of makes sense that I make dance music now, because I've been hearing it since before I was born. Like,
That's tough. Having a dad as a DJ is such a cheat code, because he can put you on to everything.
Yeah, but then it never stops. Like, every morning at 6 a.m. it's like every single morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I didn't even really appreciate it until I got older, because I was like, oh, my dad's just always loud. Like, that's what I thought as a kid. And then when I got older, I was like, oh, he was really putting me on game from a young age. Like, I just grew up with it. But I did not appreciate it in the moment.
That's how it be as kids. I'm the same way. My dad's the same way too. And then now I'm like, oh, I know that song.
Yeah,
I know it. Yeah.
Like, you kind of like cultured, and like you could talk to older people like, oh, like I've been listening to this since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it's like, bro, Dad, turn that off.
Can you turn it down? I'm trying to sleep.
Like,
yeah, that's funny. All right, cool. I love that. That's what's up. So, all right, grew up in Jersey. Dad is a DJ. So you've always been innately around music. But what made you like want to commit to creating your own?
So I was like always into art, fashion, and like music. I like was trying to make clothes at one point when I was like 16.
Tough.
And a bunch of my friends were artists. And so we would like be around a bunch of artists just like on a local level, and like we would like play around in the studio. And I just knew I never wanted to like do the 9-to-5 thing. Like, I've worked jobs since I was like 13. It just
Where'd
never
you
felt
work?
fulfilling. Oh, we'd be here for a long time. I had a lot of jobs, like Qdoba, Laundromat, Wendy. Like, I've worked everywhere.
Fire.
I was just always job hopping.
Gotta start somewhere.
Cause I was always like, yo, like the next job gonna pay me more, so I would just leave and like get more money. But yeah, so I just started messing around on the mic. I like put together a little like fun EP at one point years ago, and it just got more and more serious. I started getting more and more opportunities, and then when I dropped officially like as Groovy, like by myself, you know, I started making traction and doing shows, and then, you know, like the song blew up on TikTok, so now we're here.
Now let's talk about blowing up on TikTok, because that is a new experience that a lot of people don't even get to obtain.
Yeah.
How did it happen? Did you just wake up one day and was just like, oh shoot, it's up? Or like, talk to me about that. How'd you prepare?
It was a slow build, and like when I first started putting Jersey Love on TikTok, I wasn't very familiar with TikTok. So I'm like, okay, like I'm noticing it's getting some traction. Like people are liking it, people are using it. But to me, I was like, I don't even know what this means for real.
Yeah.
It had like 100 creates at one point. I was like, oh, this is cool. And it starts climbing, it's climbing, people are using it. And then like one day it just went viral. Like I woke up and it had 1,000 creates. And I was like, whoa, I was like, that looks like a lot. But you know, I don't really know
you don't
yet.
Know, yeah.
And then the next day it had 3,000. And I was like, okay, well, that looks like unusual. You know what? Like it started to grow and grow. And I remember it hit 10,000. Now I'm getting phone calls like, oh, like, are you signed anywhere? And I was like, signed? No, like I'm working a regular job. Like I just make music. And then it hit 100,000 creates. And like now Sony Records is calling. Mind you, I still got work the next morning. They're like, yo, like, do you want to do a deal? And I was like, whoa, what is going on right now? Like,
wow.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
It all just started happening very fast. Like I tell people all the time, like last year I was kind of a baby in this scene. Like I had never really been to the club before. Like I had never worked with like real artists or like been in these type of situations. So I reached out to this indie label that I used to work with years ago, and they got me connected to who my current manager is, Jacob Skywalker. And it just started happening very fast. And like I noticed my streams spiking on Spotify. Like it went from 7,000 a day to 20,000 a day to 50,000 a day.
That's so dope.
It was crazy, but and then you know with streams like you don't see the money till later on.
Yeah.
So mind you, I'm still like broke, like eating
Working
McDonald's. Literally, like I'm still broke, but like I'm lit. It was so crazy.
That's everybody. Yeah. That's every artist, creative. Like it
but
takes
it don't
time.
feel real till you get the like you know what I mean.
Until you get the money.
So I'm thinking like, oh, this is cool, but like I literally still have to go to work today to pay my bills. And you know, eventually I ended up settling with Warner Records, and things started changing a lot after that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So dope, man. I love that. It's kind of no way to really prepare for like.
Yeah, no. I feel like I'm still like I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm here still. Like this is crazy. Yeah.
But now that you're here, you got a project that you're gonna drop. Would you say like this is your intro to the world? Yeah,
this is like the first official. Okay, this is Groovy. This is what he sounds like. These are the artists he likes to collaborate with. This is the producer he likes to work with.
Definitely some other Jersey dance legends on there.
My contemporary MC Vert is on the project. R2R Mo, Veda, and Kani is on my project. So it's definitely like the other people who I listen to personally and like recognize as my contemporaries.
I think it's a good representation.
Yeah. I just wanted it to be like authentic, but like also like indicative of what's going on outside right now.
Yeah.
And it's good, like I like my music, so.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah. So talk to me about the title, because who made you sad, or is this like a joke? Like what is the theme behind the name?
Crying in the club. So. Like when I first started going to the club, I just didn't get it. Like I'm not like the tough guy in the club, like standing tight. Like that's not me. Even like in how like I deal with women and things. Like I'm a very soft person. I'm an emotional person. I'm a Cancer.
Oh yeah, I love that. I'm a Cancer moon.
Oh, you're a Cancer moon?
Yeah.
I'm a Cancer sun and rising, so I really be in my bag.
Tapped in. Woof. Okay.
And so, like, I just deal with life in such, like, an emotional and, like, sensitive way. So even when I'm in the club or even when I'm dealing with girls, like, when I'm making music, there's this, like, softness to it. And I call it crying in the club because I want people to understand that, like, even though I'm making club music, there is this emotionality to my music and, like, this tenderness, And so all the records, like, even on the more upbeat club records, like, it's tender, And that's what you're going to get from my music.
Yeah, I definitely like that it's softer. Softer dance music, I guess.
Yeah.
Is softer the right word? I don't know. It's just like, more appealing than just like a...
It's not violent. There's like no violence in my music.
Yeah.
There's a little like sexual themes, but the most thing that I wanted to get across was that like when you're dealing with people, especially like in a romantic sense, like there should be romance and there should be intimacy. I think my music brings across intimacy more than sexuality is like what I push.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. Intimacy more than sexuality.
Yeah. And they go hand in hand, and I feel like a lot of times we get one without the other, you know?
Yeah. I feel like intimacy is dead.
Yeah. Well, a little bit. And there's people doing it, but I want to like really, my whole thing is you have to give people the message in a way they understand it. So if we understand the club, I'm going to give you intimacy in the club.
In the club, yes. Crying in the club.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nah, the name is definitely super dope. Talk to me about the recording process. How long did it take you to put this project together?
Mm-hmm.
I know it seems like you've been through either different relationships or maybe one long one. I'm not really sure where we're at with it, but just talk to me about that.
I mean, I started making the project like even as soon as I dropped Jersey Love. I've been making music, you know, consistently since then. But it started to really come together the more I was outside and like experiencing these different things. Like obviously I started with my little boo from way back when before whatever. But you know, you go outside, you meet new people, and you're like, oh, the grass is greener, and then you get burnt. And you're like, oh, maybe the grass isn't greener. And you just start to see life really for what it is. Like I feel like a great thing about being an artist is I really just get to look at life. Because you know, I'm just creating, I'm not working, I'm just like taking in everything. So I'm like, wow, this is really real. Like the movies are true, the songs are true. Like you could really get hurt. You could really hurt somebody else. Like there's consequences to my actions, you know? And I feel like this year I just really learned that like there's repercussions, there's consequences, and sometimes you're gonna get hurt. And I feel like that's what you feel on the project.
Yeah. Dang, so you've been living out loud.
Yeah, I've been outside. I've definitely been outside. And I've just been experiencing things, and like it's been inspiring me to make more music.
Interesting. So, interesting that you word it like that. Do you see yourself, or have you seen yourself, trying things just for the sake that so you can write about it?
Oh yeah, I don't skip life experience. Like any crazy thing, like if it's gonna happen, I gotta just experience that because it's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you sit inside all day, like you're not gonna have nothing to talk about, nothing to write about. So I gotta go wherever, be with whoever, see whatever. You know?
That's true. Yeah. Oh my God, you're in a dangerous space right now. You outside, it's getting warm too.
Yeah,
it's warm NYC weather right now.
I just love fun. Like I was talking to somebody and they were asking me like, oh, like you know, how do you write your music? And I was like, you know that feeling you get like when you're outside and you first like lock eyes with someone, like y'all haven't even spoken yet, but you look at each other and you know, like that makes you feel so like excited and good. Like I love to talk about those moments. Like it's not always about the end result. Sometimes it's about the journey and how you get there. Like it's exciting.
True.
Yeah.
And sometimes there isn't an end result. Yeah. Sometimes it's just that moment
sometimes
and you just enjoy
look at each other and then you walk off. But you know, like that look made you feel a way. And like, how did it make you feel? Tell me about it. Like, tell me how you felt when you first met eyes with somebody.
You are really a Cancer, and I love that. you said it sometimes it just make you feel a way, but I felt that. I did. I love that. All right. So, okay. So, new project. Talk to me just about growing up in the dance scene and being, I guess, a black person in the dance scene too, because I felt like it wasn't always, you know, popular. Like now the sound is coming back and everybody else is hopping onto it. But just how did you create your space within it?
So in Jersey, dance like was actually a pretty black thing, like Jersey club music. Like I remember my high school, I went to Union High School. We went viral a few times just from people like dance battling in the hallway.
Oh, fire.
Like that was like a pretty regular thing from where I'm from. You know, you had like DJ Frosty and Lil Man with all the big anthems. But it was never like a mainstream thing. And so when we started noticing it going viral on TikTok, a lot of Jersey artists was like, yo, like we should try and like really make this a mainstream sound. Because before it was real rough and like it was only on SoundCloud and stuff. And so when I dropped, like of course you get the hometown support because like that's what we already know. And then you get this huge push from all these people who are like, yo, what is Jersey club music? Which is so crazy for me to hear because I'm so familiar with it.
You're used to it.
Like since I was 11 years old, I've been hearing Jersey club music. And I think the one thing that Jersey artists can do better, and which I'm trying to work on, is making full fleshed out dance songs. Like not just something you're gonna play a snippet of, or like you're only gonna play it on SoundCloud or whatever. Like make a full song with good songwriting and like structure. That's how we really push it forward, and that's what I've been doing.
Definitely is a new element to it, because you usually just know the hook, you do the dance,
literally
left, right.
And it's like a funny sample of something from the internet. Like that's how it used to be, but nah, you could really push it further and make like a huge record. Like look at Bad Bunny, song's huge, it's Jersey Club, you know.
True. True. I grew up off of Baltimore club music. So I'm from Maryland, so same thing. Like, definitely an era, but moving to New York, then I learned like, oh, Jersey club is a little different.
Yeah.
Different producers, different, just everything ear-wise, but you know, Baltimore started it, but we don't gotta have that conversation right now. I mean, just throwing it out there, just making sure that you know.
Like, there's the whole Philly Jersey debate, which we could talk about that all day. But I do remember when I was first hearing club music, Baltimore had like the Elmo remix and the Dora Explorer remix. We was listening to that, so maybe y'all had some groundwork down.
I'm telling you, watch out for the big girls.
Watch out for the big girls. I'm gonna go get my gun.
Go get my gun, yo, classic. Dang, man, I miss Get My Gun. Black Star, he's one of my favorite DJs. But I'm familiar with Frosty's work too. So who are some of are you working with DJs or producers when you're cooking?
Like now, more that the project's done, because my project was executive produced by my producer, Alejandro. Fire. He's who I've been working with for years, and like I was like, yo, I really want to lock in with you, and like that's my best friend, so that's who I mainly work with. But MC Vert is on my project. I'm talking to DJ Smalls right now.
Nice.
I met up with him in LA. He's fire.
Nice, yeah, that's good.
He came in, played a beat, and the room was silent. We was just like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah, he's got some crazy stuff.
Tough.
Who else from Jersey have I talked to? I think Charlie Heat is from Jersey, maybe. And like artists like Bandman Real, I'd be talking to.
Nice.
I tapped in with DJ Unique pretty early. Cookie Kawaii pretty early.
Nice.
Yeah, she's great. So yeah, I'm tapped in.
I love to see that, man. I really do. I know Jersey be feeling neglected or whatnot, but I always say that is so cap. Jersey, I feel like it's treated much better than a Staten Island or a Long Island. Yeah. Like you guys have mad points on the board.
We do have a lot of points. We just gotta really like lock in all together to elevate.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't always have to run to New York to get stuff done, you know? We have stuff within us.
That's true. That's true. All right, so let's talk about, there was one more question I wanted to ask for the game. So, project dropping, Jersey movement's going crazy. I guess that's it. Let's get into the game. Nice. So it's called Questions That Need Answers. All you gotta do is fill in the blank.
Okay.
All right. The older I get, the less I blink.
No.
The less you know?
Yeah. Because there's more questions the older I get.
Interesting. Yeah. Dang, you said that with no hesitation.
Yeah. Every day there's something new.
The older you get, the more you realize you don't know nothing.
At all.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Whew, every year. Every 3 months, I feel like, I'm like, damn, I thought I was here.
Yeah.
And then you reassess. Okay. You would never believe me if I told you blank.
I play a lot of Pokemon. I don't know if I look like I play Pokemon.
Really?
I play so much, yeah.
Wait, still the one that goes like this?
No, that's Pokemon Go. I don't play that one.
Oh.
I play like the game. Like I be on the game for real.
Really? Nah, I'm not familiar to the Pokemon game, but I heard that new Spider-Man was fire.
Oh yeah,
I want to get that
it's crazy,
one. You tried it?
Yeah, I don't have it, but I played it at somebody's house. It was lit.
It was worth it?
Yeah.
I got to get a whole new console for it because...
You be playing games?
Sometimes. Dabble. Just a little bit. Really, Fortnite is what dragged me into it. And
I love Fortnite. I know it gets a lot of hate, but it's so much fun.
People hate on Fortnite?
It's like cringe a little.
No.
Yeah, it's a little cringe. But I still play it.
Yeah, what? Why is it cringe? I don't want to know. I don't care. Like, what? All right. I can't believe I actually blinked when I was younger.
Thought I was fly. Yeah, I thought I had that shit on. I did not have that shit on.
You probably did at the time for the time.
Nah. You know that awkward stage? They call it the awkward stage in fashion where you're just throwing random clothes on. You're like, yo, I got the... Nah.
Yeah.
I looked crazy.
All right.
I looked insane. Yeah.
You got to go through it to get through it.
Well, now we here.
Yeah. Because this is a great fit. I'm like, wow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm a little embarrassed by the fact that I know so little about blank.
Spitting game. I have like no game.
What?
Yeah.
You're all heart, man.
Yeah, literally. Like, if she's not already into it, I'm not gonna talk her into it. I have no riz. No riz.
Interesting. Yeah. I feel like probably now you don't even really have to try that hard.
If she's into me, she's into me. But like, if I gotta riz her up, I'm probably taking it up.
I ain't even doing it.
Yeah. So.
Have you tried pickup lines?
Oh, see, like I cannot. Like I'm a like stutter or
You
something.
don't even
like,
get the words out.
It's bad, man. I just put it in the music.
Damn.
I don't got the gift for gab. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so funny how some things don't translate over
Oh,
because you can
not at
sing it
all.
on stage,
Oh yeah,
but
literally like on stage. I've had a video go viral. I like riz the girl in the crowd from on the stage. If it was just me and her one on one, I'm fumbling every time. Like
that is actually
yeah.
insane. I wonder, that's funny. Someone else is like that too. Oh, Skill Baby's like that. Hella shy in
Yeah,
person,
I'm so shy.
but then in real life, at
Yeah, on
shows,
stage. I mean,
I'm
'cause
like,
that's your job. You go up there and you do your thing. But like on the social tip, I'd be like, don't look at me.
not here for it. That's
Yeah.
so funny. Okay. From time to time, it's good to do blank.
From time to time, it's nice to go to a fancy restaurant. I love a good like
You're
a
a
little
foodie.
wine. Oh yeah, I'm a big foodie. You
Yeah.
get you a nice meal, like maybe a silly little dessert too. Like, that's my vibe for it.
Fire.
Yeah.
Not mad at that. Sometimes I look back at my life and blank.
Be appreciative. I love my life. I love what I'm doing. I'm like blessed to be able to be here.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'll just sit in the car and be like, wow, this is fire.
That's what's up. I'm happy for you. You
Thank
have
you.
great energy, so it seems you deserve all the good things that's coming your way.
Thank you.
I made a complete fool of myself when I blinked.
Back when I was rapping. Yeah, I used to rap.
What?
And like I was pretty good at it, but it was like it's like Lil Dicky rapping, like a nerd rapping.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We might have to pull some clips.
Oh,
Same
no,
name?
don't. I'm not even gonna say it now. I'm not even gonna say it.
He's like, nah, let's bury that.
Yeah. Singing is definitely the lane for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. My personality trait is blank.
Like shy until you get to know me. Yeah, I have like a bunch of different personalities. Like I'm all over the place. I'm like pretty crazy and weird, but like you got to get to know me first. So I guess like layers. My personality trait is layered. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I'm
complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta peel back the layers a little bit if you want to get to know me.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like that. And so for those who aren't already familiar with your music, if you had to give them like a starter pack, 3 records that they should know by you to get put on, what 3 records are those?
Well, let's do the main ones. Let's do Jersey Love, Know Me, and All My Fans Love Platonic, which is like a slightly older song I made. So Jersey Love, Know Me, Platonic, until the project drops.
Until the project.
Yeah.
You said, wait, but the project's about to drop soon.
Yeah, on Friday. So if you see it before then, listen to those 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why you say the fans love Platonic? Are you over that record?
Yeah, I'm over it. Like I've been over it for years. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't listen to it. But like when I went viral, that song like went viral too. Like it's almost had 1 million streams, and like it's like an old like very not well produced song I made, but they just like it. So.
People love rawness.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be in my head like, nah, I don't sound good, and they're like, yo, I love this song. Like, so hey, if y'all
give
like
the people
it, I
what
love
they
it.
want. Yeah. That's what's up. All right, cool. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Nah, thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Shout out your gram. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
You can find me at groovy.ju on Instagram, and any streaming platforms, you can just find me at Groovy.
Crying in the Club out now. Make sure you guys tune in. Talk soon.